Let's continue. That was a really bold turn here. She looks down and beholds my masterpiece.
血だまりが
To deceive myself. To deceive the world. The stage is set.
でもこれじゃおじさんが死んじゃうよ
If it gets us onto the right world line, then that is fine. Convergence holds that it's already determined that I don't die. Not here. I die in 2025. That's a fixed event on the Beta World line. That was my bet. Oh, I intentionally provoked Nakabachi to rage. I took the knife meant for Kurisu and survived. The wound gave me what I needed to carry out the plan. Oh, that just got even bolder. Though I have to admit, I didn't think it would hurt this much. Being stabbed and forcibly digging my hands into my wound to shed more blood. There's no telling what will happen when we reach Steins Gate. The future of that world line is still undecided. There's no reason it can't include my death. How ironic. I made a bet based on the guarantee that I wouldn't die. But winning that bet makes death a very real possibility. I twist my lips into a smile. Time to put the finishing touch on my masterpiece. Suza picks up the unconscious Kurisu. Won't we have to... Then she... Oh, okay. Then she lays her face down on top of my blood puddle. There we go. Kurisu doesn't wake up. She's perfectly still. But she's definitely breathing. I stroke her hair gently. Oops.
お前を救うためだったんだ。たとえあの3週間の日々は戻らなくてもお前に生きていてほしかったから。
Even if we reach Steins Gate, even if Kurisu lives, even if I don't die, we'll never meet again. Kurisu will never join the lab. We will never build the time leap machine together. But still, I'm glad I was able to save her.
さよなら。
Please stay unconscious for a while. I need you to deceive the first me. While Suzuha goes to pick up the knife, I use the wall to climb to my feet.
作戦完了。これより帰還する。
Oh, I guess we're going back. Although if...
おじさん無茶しすぎだよ。
Yeah,
バカにも程がある。
that's why they call me Hoyun Kyoma.
バカとは失礼だな。すべて計画通りだろう。
All according to Keikaku.
喋らないで。すぐに戻るから。8月21日に戻るから。
And then to the hospital. Although...
なんとか G に耐えてね。ああ、くそ。せめて応急手当てができたらよかったんだけど。
Sorry
こ
for...
れにはそんなの載せてないんだよ。
Sorry for bleeding all over your time machine. I feel pressure crush my body. My wound throbs. I feel like groaning, but I bite my lip and bear it. Rainbow lights fill my vision. The time machine is activating. Susa wraps my wound with a towel.
ねえおじさん、この先にはさ、きっとシュタインズゲートが待ってる。私もおじさんも誰も知らない世界が待ってる。
I mean, I'm sure this physical time travel is different from the other options that activated reading Steiner, but I think that
お
would
じさんは生き
activate
ていて、
once we finally...
マキセ・クリスも生きていて、椎名真由里も生きていて、
once we finally
私
cross
は
that boundary.
2010年にタイムトラベルしてくることはなくて、
Hopefully a world where you get to live happily.
第三次世界大戦が起きるかどうかは分かんない世界線だけど、
But not over time
セ
travel.
ルンのディストピアが構築されるかどうか分かんない世界線だけど、
Someone's warm hand grasps mine. Tightly.
未来にはさ、希望が満ちてるって信じられるような世界が待ってるよ。
I pass out. I slowly close my eyes. It's hard to breathe. But my pain feels distant now.
そこに到達したらきっと私は消える。一緒にシュタインズゲートにたどり着いたことをお祝いすることはできないはずだから、ここでお礼を言っておくよ。
The warmth of her hand slowly fades away. Is it gonna activate?
ありがとうおじさん。死なないで
Live!
でさ、きっと7年後に会おうね。
It's time to go home. Mayuri and Daru are waiting. Are we gonna get it? Are we gonna get it? And with them, a future that is yet to be written. Are we gonna get one final? Oh! Oh! A much happier ending theme song. At least it sounds like from the opening chords. Oh! I will withhold judgment until we see what happens afterwards. But that came together really well. That was good. Once we got through the opening salvo of pain and the inevitable repetition and retracing of verbal steps that just naturally accompanies the writing of this game at times, which gets very tedious at times. That really came together. That as soon as he said that, I know where we can get the blood. It's just the thought in my head, like, oh no, he's not gonna do that, is he? And then he gave his speech. He opened himself up. It's like, oh no, he's really gonna do that, isn't he? And then it happened. Learn from his mistakes. Even before, when he charged at Nakabachi, he knew that Kurisu would throw herself in between us. He knew he had to stun gun Kurisu, knock her out, successfully complete the original illusion he had planned. I was just... It worked. That worked. Operation Schooled was a success. So in the original version of this game, I usually hesitate to say original version, original timeline, Okabe witnesses Kurisu's death, sends a D-mail accidentally, is transported to the Alpha attractor field, goes through all the shit he goes through dealing with CERN, gets back to the Beta World Line by sacrificing Kurisu, undoing his demon. Then encounters Suzuha in what can only be considered a stable time loop. Where, I guess because he encountered Suzuha, he went back in time, found out that he killed Nakase Kurisu, came back to the present, lived for 15 more years, accepting that World War III was happening, or bound to happen. Had to spend the 1.0.4.8.5.9.6. That's the divergence we wanted. Open the Steins Gate. It's been a month since then. My wound was deep enough to require surgery. If I'd been just 1 hour late getting to the hospital, I would have died from blood loss. Doctor laughed as he told me this. Hilarious! After being cooped up in the hospital for so long, it's exciting to be walking around Akiba again. I look around to see if Akiba's any different from what I remember, but nothing catches my eye. I just get the feeling that there are more moe shops than before. Mysteries of divergence. I chuckle to myself, then dig into my pocket. Something jingles. Metalupa? Oh. There are metal pins inside. 8 of them. Okabe, Suzuha, Hashida, Mayuri, Kurisu, Ufa, 2010. The Future Gadget Laboratories members' badges. They're designed based on the pin Suzuha brought from the future. Which world line Suzuha was that again? Anyway, back then we searched all over Akiba for the pin. While I was hospitalized, I thought it was the perfect opportunity to ask Daru to have them made. Of course, the one we commissioned to make them was that shady foreign street vendor. Hey, mister! The final product is slightly different from Suzuha's, but it's pretty well done. Luca! Pass the archway of Yatamayashi Shrine and head to the courtyard. There, brandishing a sword with sublime dignity, stands a Miko. Miko is so lovely that anyone would doubtlessly stop to stare. That's not a Miko. That's not a real sword. That sword is a 980 yen imitation, and that beautiful Miko is a guy. Luca lifts his head at the sound of my footsteps.
Okabe-san!
Hey, Luca. As soon as our eyes meet, he runs up to me in a fluster. His eyes are already wet with tears.
退院だったんですか？
ああ、そうだ。
そんな、すみません。僕、何も知らなくて。
知らなくて当然だ。教えていないからな。でも、
無事に退院できて、よかったです。僕、嬉しい。
Then he starts crying in earnest. Seeing his tears, I feel an urge to pat his head and tell him everything will be alright. But I resist and sigh instead. Do it anyway.
それを天然でやっているんだから、 そりゃ鮮烈なコスプレデビューも飾るわけだ。
Oh, you got talked
フ
into
ァンクラブま
cosplay?
でできてるらしいじゃないか。
You successfully cosplayed. Mayuri filled me in on the situation. After years of persistent nagging, she finally convinced Lukako to cosplay near the end of summer break at Komima. Oh, it wasn't in time for Komima, but he wore one of Mayuri's costumes to a cosplay event in early September. His cosplay debut was effective. Dozens of photographers took his picture, and the images soon went viral on the net. Try to look up pictures of Lukako now, and you get a ton of hits. He's being swarmed by fans. And since he'd what they call a trap, he's popular with girls. Oh no. Oh no. There's just some things in this world I just don't understand. Oh no.
正直すごく戸惑ってます。
だが、お前のコスプレ姿、
Why'd they have to use that word?
俺も生で見てみたかったぞ。
無理です。岡部さんになんてそんな恥ずかしくて死んじゃいます。
だが楽しかったのだろう。マユリがそう言っていた。
I hope you had fun. I hope it wasn't like the situation with your father and older sister, where they made you
成
dress
長した
up in
な、ルカ子。
clothes like that in a very, what had to have been utterly humiliating for the boy. He's overcome his feelings of inadequacy and accepted himself for who he is, off screen. He even had fun doing it.
岡部さじゃなくて京馬さんが教えてくれた精神残魔流のおかげです。
I mean, I'm glad, but
できました。
I'm glad that Luke has grown. He truly is a worthy disciple.
だがまだまだ油断するな。次なる目標は精神残魔流の極意継承。それさえ得得すれば、お前は己の中に封印されている邪悪な炎に焼かれることもないだろう。
I mean, I'm glad that Luke has
その
grown
時こそ
and gotten over
首
that.
都秋葉原を守る巫女漆原ルカの物語は始まるのだ。
I just wish that more of Luca's past wasn't relegated to optional stuff.
始まるって何がでしょうか。
Where what was a massive trauma in his backstory and a massive source of insecurity with him and his older sister was just relegated to an optional phone conversation?
それは叱るべき時が来たら教える。
Reach into my pocket and take out a pin.
ラボメンナンバー006漆原ルカ、お前にこれを授けよう。
Lukio nervously accepts the pin with a confused expression. But I never joined the lab?
僕ラボメンにいつ入ったんでしょう。
With this pin that I admit.
その記憶は遥か彼方、あるいは前世まで遡るかもしれない。
That's a believable explanation for Hoyun Kyoma.
前世？
お前は生まれた時からすでにラボメンだったのだ。故に誇るがいい。
It's not an exaggeration, it's the truth. Lukiko most likely doesn't remember. But it's okay, even if I'm the only one who does.
嫌か。
いえ、すごく嬉しくて。
He starts crying again.
僕ずっと京馬さんの研究所の仲間に憧れていて、
And now you are.
入りたいなって思っていて、
Congratulations.
でも勇気がなかったから言い出せなかったんです。ありがとうございます。
He bows his head.
それは世界にたったの8個しかない貴重なものだ。お前を最悪から守ってくれるマジックアイテムでもある。
Enchanted
そうなん
with
ですか？
enchanted with my evil magic. No.
だからなくすなよ。
But you don't need to know that, Luca. Just believe it. Believe in it. And it will protect you. Lukako nods with a joyful smile on his face. Too cute. Okay, good. At least they didn't go there.
ご主人様。
Ferris! I passed through May Queen's door for the first time in forever. Ferris runs over to greet me. Kring. She suddenly links arms with me. First I get a little flustered when something soft touches my elbow. But then I break into a cold sweat once I feel the murderous glares of the surrounding Ferris fans.
退院したのかにゃ？
And now I just hope these weird otakus don't put me back in the hospital.
ああ、地獄の底から蘇ってきた。
I tear Ferris off me and take a deep breath.
さすが法王院の血にゃ。不死鳥の名を抱くのは伊達じゃないにゃ。
You said it, Nya. You see, she's still making up her own backstories for people. It boggles the mind that this crazy cat girl is behind the redevelopment of Akihabara. Maybe the world's just messed up.
マユシーは今日はお休みだにゃ。
知っている。
I came to see you. He shows me to my table, where I order iced coffee.
そうそう、メイクインは2号店を出すことが決まったのにゃ。しかも中央通り沿いなのにゃ。すごいにゃ。すごいにゃ。
It is.
そうなのか。どうせ再開発計画の責任者の権限を最大限に利用しているんだろ。
How'd you know about that, Nya? No doubt the recent explosion of Moe shops is her doing. I think she's just getting a little carried away. Yeah, a little bit.
今日ま、これはやらなければいけない使命なのにゃ。萌えの力を今こそこの聖地に集結させることで、奴らの来たるべき大攻勢に備えてるのにゃ。
何？
They're offensive.
奴らが俺が入院している間に目覚めたというのか。
そうにゃ。京馬がいない隙を突かれたにゃ。奴らの負荷が先か、この町のメイド・オブ・エンブリオが先か。
With Moe,
一刻を争うのにゃ。
the only way to defeat them.
フェイリスもライネット AB の大会に出て必死でカルマの充電に努めてるけど、さすがに一人じゃきついにゃ。
Hmm? What the hell does she mean by karma? Oh. Over the past month, Ferris has started participating in RightNet Access Battlers tournaments. Ferris is the chairman of the Akihabara Redevelopment Project, a high school student, a popular waitress at a maid cafe, the president of the company founded by her father. Sorry. And then the head of the Akia family, Rumiha Akia. She should be incredibly busy, but I guess she couldn't stay away from RightNet forever. Anyway, she went to her very first official tournament and snatched a dramatic victory. Ferris is even more cheerful than usual now. I guess all it takes to feel fulfilled is to do things you like to do.
狂気のマッドサイエンティスト、どうかお願いにゃ。奴らをこの町に近づけさせたら全てが汚れてしまうにゃ。
Oh, you don't want that.
そういうことならば俺も契約の履行をせねばなるまい。
You got that
そうだ
right.
これを渡しておこう。
To protect against the coming. I take a pin out of my pocket and present it to Ferris.
これは京馬、いつの間にこれを手に入れたのにゃ。
入院している間に
心の試練を乗り越えたというのかにゃ。やっぱり京馬は大した男にゃ。
I don't really get what's going on, but let's just nod for now.
ラボメンナンバー007のピンバッジだ。
007. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
どうしても俺の助けが欲しいときはそのピンバッジを握りしめて
Oh, a new
ラ・ヨダ・ス
incantation.
タセラと唱えるがいい。
That's a new one. Ferris and I smile at each other. And then we high five. Yeah!
だにゃ。未来ガジェット研究所は秋葉の希望にゃ。今度遊びに行ってもいいかにゃ。
Heck yeah.
あ、もちろんだ。誰も喜ぶだろう。
When I get back to the lab, I'm startled to find an unexpected visitor. Oh, Moeka. Nai.
よ、岡部。おめえ退院したのか。
ええ、まあ
Does Moeka get a pin? Tenoji Yugo and Nai are standing out front. Kiryu Moeka is with them. The Rounders who killed Mayuri are on another world line. Naiba hides behind her father when she sees me, like usual.
そうそう。紹介しとくぜ。
Tenoji indicates Moeka with his chin.
今日からうちでバイトすることになった子だ。
The newest part-time warrior. Moeka bows her head. She's silent as always, but at least she's not holding her phone. I guess that's some improvement.
見ての通り不愛想なやつだが、よろしくやってくれ。
よろしくも何も。指圧師とは顔見知りですよ。
Do we? Shiny
視
finger?
圧師？誰だ？そりゃ。
I point to Moeka.
シャイニングフィンガー。彼女の能力名です。
Tenoji and Moeka ignore me completely.
前にヘンプロの仕事で IBN5100 を一緒に探してくれた。
Well, I guess we did that still. Got a thank you email from her during my stay in the hospital. That email helped me figure out our relationship on this world line.
ああ、例の幻の PC ってやつか？見つかったのかよ。
Moeka shakes her head.
ま、都市伝説みてえなもんだからな。
Are you still around her?
萌香はなぜブラウン管工房でバイトを？
Did Tenoji tell her who he is? Thought Moeka wasn't supposed to know FP's true identity.
私が連れてきたんです。
Oh! Nai speaks up in a tiny voice.
それでお父さんに紹介したの。
Oh!
なるほど。お見合いか。
バカかてめえ。俺が愛してんのは苗とブラウン管だけなんだよ。
It's a little harsh considering, Saren killed his wife.
お父さん。
それに苗が連れてきたんじゃねえ。正確には転んで怪我してた苗を解放してわざわざここまでついてきてくれたってわけだ。
萌香にそんな親切をする性質があったとは。
I mean,
で、無職だって言うから
Aside, that's not a-
そんなら娘が世話になったことだし、うちで働けって話になったわけだ。
aside, that's not just entirely shrinking Violet.
まさかうちの店でバイトを雇うことになるとはな。
So Suzuha never had to travel
前
back.
にも雇っていたじゃないですか。
No, he didn't. Because Suzuha never traveled back.
あ？何寝ぼけたこと言ってんだ。うちはこれまでバイトを使ったことなんてねえよ。
Ah, of course. Suzuha worked here was the Suzuha of the Alpha World line. The Suzuha that came from a world where future ruled by CERN. The current world line has a different future, so she didn't come. The time she spent here never happened.
ま、そういうことならよろしく頼むぞ、萌香。
This is the perfect opportunity. Take a pin out of my pocket and hand it to Moeka.
これは。
いきなりナンパか？うちのバイトに手出してんじゃねえよ。
ラボメンナンバー005の証であるピンバッジだ。いつでも2階にある我がラボを訪れるがいい。
You're welcome to join us. Moeka stares at the pin in her hand.
ただし IBN5100 を探すのにはもう二度と付き合わないからな。
つれねえやつだな。手伝ってやれよ。
断る。この俺は忙しいのだ。
Catch the attention of the rounders again? No thanks. Besides, the three of them are better off if we never find an IBN 5100. I end the conversation with a shrug and head to the
岡
stairs.
部君。
Moeka calls my name. Turn back to see Moeka smiling, ever so faintly.
これありがとう。
あ、
No problem, Moeka. You're all right. The hatred I once felt toward them is gone. I forgave Moeka and Tennoji both. Now that I've destroyed our time machine, we can go back to being good neighbors. I won't pry into their secret lives, and I won't attempt to fight them either. It's all up to them. However, the affection that Nai showed toward Moeka brings an undeniable warmth to my heart. Older sister Moeka? Juicy chicken number one! Right as I walk into the lab, I'm greeted by the chiming of a microwave oven.
おか
Mayushi! Mayuri smiles brightly as she takes her juicy chicken number one out of the microwave. Some things just never change.
りおか
Welcome back, Eddie!
もしかしておかえりとおかりんを合体させたのか？
Now that's been a while since we...
り前も言ったよ。
A long time ago. And Mayuri holds out the steaming chicken.
おかりんも食べる？退院祝いに1個あげる。
You know what? I could go for some juicy chicken number one. I accept the gift of chicken and pop it into my mouth. Guess it's because I've had nothing but crappy hospital food for a month. But it's so delicious I want to cry.
その電子レンジはどこで手に入れた？
We disassembled the phone wave named subject to change weeks ago.
おう、それは僕が手に入れたんだお。
Daru pops out of the development room in all his rotund glory. I wonder if he's making a new future gadget.
買ったのか？
拾ってきたに決まってんだろ、上皇。直すのに苦労した。
ちょっと古いけどね、まだ十分使えるよ。
Oh, that's tempting fate.
さすがスーパーハッカー。その調子で次の未来ガジェット作りも頼むぞ。
それよりおかりん、ひどいよ。
Oh, no, why are you mad? Mary suddenly puts on a pout.
今日どうしてマユシーに一言も言わずに退院しちゃったの？マユシーとダル君で病院に行ったら、もう退院しましたって看護師さんに言われちゃったんだから。
ナースエロかったよナース。僕がオカリンの代わりに入院したかった。
Priorities, Daru. Priorities.
まあ、
Honestly.
お前は俺の保護者になったつもりか？ずいぶん出世したな。
You're
だ
my
が勘違い
hostage.
するな。お前はあくまで俺の非保護者だ。
Not the other way around.
おしめのお世話もしてあげたのに。
I couldn't move at all right after the operation, so my mother and Mayuri made the great effort of coming to care for me. Especially Mayuri. Even though it was her summer break, she visited me every day. I'm grateful for this childhood friend of mine, from the bottom of my heart. She's a ditz, to be sure, and seems like she always needs someone to look out for her, but she's actually quite tough for her age. She's tough for her age, and quite perceptive for her age.
幼なじみの女子高生におしめの世話してもらうとか羨ましすぎだろマジで。それなんてエロゲ？
I think Daru needs to die for a bit. I bopped Mayuri on the head.
今度ジューシー唐揚げナンバーワンを買ってやる。
本当？ありがとう、オカリン。頑張ってお世話してあげた甲斐があったよ。
I breathe another sigh of relief when I see Mayuri's innocent smile. Mayuri is still alive. I've seen her die countless times. Though the events of these world lines have been undone, my struggle to escape them was not in vain. If the same thing were to happen again, what would I do? Would I accept her death this time? Or would I try again to save her, even if it meant building another time machine? There's no way to know. The future is undecided. But for now, Mayuri is here, and that means everything to me.
ほらこれ。
I gave Mayuri and Daru their pins.
わあ、かわいいね。
I'd say more cool than cute, but
おお、ついに完成したん。
Mayuri pins the badge to her chest and shows it off with a pirouette. Oh,
これから毎日つけておかなきゃ。そうしないとラボに入れてもらえないもんね。
that's it. That's the requirement. Nobody really made that rule, but whatever.
でもオカリン、マヨシーはこのピンバッジのデザインを見せてもらった時から一つだけわからないことがあるのです。
What do the letters mean?
なんだ？
文字が書いてあるでしょ。 OSHMKUFA2010 って。
Okabe Rintaro, Shina Mayuri, Hashida Itaru, Makise Kurisu.
岡部、シーナ、
Urushibara,
橋田、
Ferris.
それと漆原、フェイリス。ここまではわかるんだけどね。
Kiryu
その
Moaka,
他の M と K と A って誰のことなの？
Kiryu Moaka, Amane Suzuha, Makise Kurisu. M for Makise, K for Kiryu, A for Amane. But the current Mayuri wouldn't understand. Those three were lab mims on a word line undone and forgotten. But we never want to forget. I haven't told Mayuri or Daru about them. They wouldn't believe me even if I told them. Especially about the last initial, A. Your daughter, Daru. I mean, how do I tell Daru he's gonna have a daughter? I mean, just imagine his reaction.
僕の嫁となる人は誰なんだろう。ロリ顔の貧乳で、髪は金髪ツインテールで、性格はツンデレで、デレモードの時はすごく甘えてくるエロい子っていうのを個人的に希望。おい。
Die. He'd say something gross like that, no doubt. I remember. As I lay dying in the time machine, Suza had gripped my hand and said,
そこに到達したらきっと私は消える。 緒にシュタインズゲートにたどり着いたことをお祝いすることはできないはずだから、ここでお礼を言っておくよ。ありがとう、おじさん。死なないで、生きて。
Just as he predicted, Suzuha vanished the moment we returned to August 21st. Right before my very eyes, the time machine was enveloped in rainbow light and disappeared. She was smiling as she faded away. That was proof I had reached Steins Gate. And that's why I don't mourn Suzuha.
でさ、きっと7年後に
Because we know we'll see her again one of these days.
会おうね。
Oh, I don't know what the future will bring. There's still the possibility that Dara won't get married, that Suzuha won't be born. But still, I believe that in 7 years we will meet again. And that's when I will give her this pin. Her birthright is LabMem 008. Until then, I'll keep it in a safe place. But what about Metal Upa? I aimlessly head out to town, alone. I want to get a better look at the Steins Gate world line. Try as I may, I can't find anything drastically different. Way back when Ferris's D-mail erased the Moe shops from Akiba. That time it was obvious the world line had changed. I feel unsatisfied, so I look up at Radio Kaikan. Obviously there's no satellite stuck in the roof. It's open for business as usual. When I arrived on this world line, right after I saw Suzuha disappear, the very first thing I did was ask Mayuri and Daru a question. Has there been any murders at Radio Kaikan? As I panicked at the sight of my blood-stained body, they answered that no one had been murdered at Radio Kaikan. As I waited for the ambulance to arrive, I had Daru call up the news on my phone. They're running the story about Nakabachi's flight to Russia. This time, Nakabachi looked terribly agitated. His eyes were bloodshot. He was yelling, spraying spit everywhere. His appearance was strikingly similar to how I last saw him in the hallway of Radio Kaikan. To me, his unintelligible rambling was evidence of Operation Schooled Success.
ふざけるな！おい、ふざけるな！火災だと？こんなバカなことがあるか！人類の未来に関わる重大な論文が燃えてなくなってしまったのだぞ！悠長にインタビューなどしている場合か！
Lock him away.
ロシアン航空は絶対に許さん！あの木に乗っていた乗員は全員ぶち殺してやる！
Yes, because that's how you solve all of your problems, Nakabachi.
金の問題ではない。いいか、もう一度言うぞ。人類の歴史を塗り替えるほどの論文が燃えてしまったのだ。
Why can't you just rewrite it? Because I didn't.
なぜ私はスーツケースを貨物室などに預けてしまったのだ。自分で持っていればこんなことには。
The subtitles read, "What was your thesis about?"
タイムトラベルだ。過去から未来までのあらゆる時空を支配することさえ可能な発明だったのだ。
I assume he's being interviewed in Russian. So we immediately returned to the studio, where a female reporter continued.
などと意味不明なことを話していました繰り返します。ロシアに亡命したドクター中鉢氏こと牧瀬正一氏がモスクワのドモジェドボ国際空港に到着直後、ロシア当局に拘束された模様です。
As he didn't have his thesis,
なお警視庁は7月28日に秋葉原で起きた傷害事件で牧瀬氏を重要参考人として調査中だったとの話もあり、
I don't think anyone's going to listen to Nakabachi now. Good. For argument's sake, let's say Nakabachi manages to recreate Kurisu's thesis from memory. Nothing will come of it as long as Kurisu is alive. The scientific community undoubtedly trusts the Makise daughter over the father, meaning Kurisu can deter any attempts made by Nakabachi. World War III won't break out. Or at the very least, it won't be over the Nakabachi paper. I haven't seen Kurisu. Apparently, Kurisu reported to the police that I was stabbed. And at present, there has been no progress on the investigation as the victim. From their point of view, Appen disappeared. I heard from Daru that no one was murdered at Radio Kaikan. I couldn't find a single report of anyone dying in the area that day. Kurisu is still alive, that much is certain, but I haven't had any contact with her since then. Aside from the few words we exchanged at Radio Kaikan, the current Kurisu and I are strangers. Besides, I was bedridden, so it's not like I could have gone to see her, even if I wanted to. It's not like she knew your name, other than Hoyon Kyoma. Kurisu said that she was supposed to go back to America in August. I was on the Alpha World line, so things may have changed, but what reason would she have to stay in Japan after what her father did to her? I thrust my hand into my pocket. 2 pins remain. One of them is for LabMem 001. That's me. My mating badge, which belongs to LabMem 004, may never reach its rightful owner. But Kurisu is alive, and that's good enough for me. I once chose to let her die. I once killed her with my own 2 hands. This time I was able to save her. No one remembers those 3 weeks we spent with Kurisu. No one but me. I will remember. I will never forget. So I don't need anything else. I don't want anything else. Hey, Kurisu. I don't know what the future holds. War may still break out. CERN may still complete their time machine. But at the very least, the future is undecided. We're building it now, from the bottom up. Not just me, not just you, but every man, woman, and child. So keep on watching, wherever in this wide world you may be. Take up my own pin and fasten it to my chest. Walk through the sea of shoppers, staring straight ahead. Are you gonna get a mirror of the scene in the... Oh, What? I quickly turn around. Just now, in the corner of my eye, I saw her. The girl who shouldn't be here. Her long hair fluttered as she passed me by. Are we going to get the ending where her thesis comes true? There. A familiar figure. I'd recognize that back anywhere. She has stopped, too, in the middle of the sidewalk. Slowly, she turns to face me. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. It's her. I thought she had gone back to America. It's her. She doesn't even know me.
やっと会えた。
It's me? That voice. That face. That hair. Those eyes. Makise Kurisu is standing there, the same as I remember her.
あなたをずっと探していました。あの時、助けてくれたあなたをずっと。私、一言お礼が言いたくて、どうしてもあなたに会いたくて、本当にありがとう。
I guess her thesis won't come true. That's okay.
あなたが
This is
無事
okay.
でよかった。
Kurisu looks so radiant as she tries to hold back her tears. Just when I thought I had finally suppressed it, all my love for her flows out at once. I'm so happy that I want to cry too. So to hide my embarrassment, I take out my phone and put it to my ear.
俺だ。なぜ彼女がここにいる？俺のリーディングシュタイナーは反応しなかったというのに。何？俺が守れたと？やれやれ。勝手なことを言ってくれる。それがシュタインズゲートの選択か。エル、プサイ、コングルー。
I close my phone and clear my throat. I have no idea what to say. She's still staring at me with those wide, pleading eyes. I open my mouth.
また会えたな、クリスティーナ。
Oh?
いや、だから私はクリスティーナでも女子でもないって言ったろ。
Oh? Hmm? Eh? What? Now I really have no idea what to say. How does this Kurisu know about that? Those were the names I used to tease Kurisu. She always got mad whenever I used them. They were our bond, our private joke. But I had yet to use them on the day we first met at Radio Kaikan. how could this world line's Kurisu know?
あれ私
Oh,
今ふっと頭の中に言葉が浮かんで
oh.
どうして
They're coming over. Looks like Kurisu is just as confused as I am. She stares at me, bewildered. And then I finally realize the truth. Everyone is reading Steiner, just as she said. Even if the world line changes, even if the past and future are rewritten, your memories remain. Or merely forgotten. All it takes is a push and you can remember. Memories of those lost 3 weeks. Memories we made together.
ようこそ我が助手マキセ・クリスいやクリスティーナ
I reach in my pocket and take out the last pin. Nobody knows what the future holds. And that is why, just as this reunion demonstrates, the possibilities are endless. And place the pin in Kurisu's hand. I gently close her hand in mine. And holding back my tears, I tell her.
これがシュタインズゲートの選択だよ
Oh, is that the line to send us off? That the line to send us off? It is. It is. This is the choice of Steins Gate. Oh. Oh. What is this? Why is this? Oh, that's a secret achievement at the very bottom of the achievement list. It's just for finishing all the achievements. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, Nai looks so weirded out by the whole prospect. And Suzuha's there too, in her, Oh, everyone's here. Momoka's here. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. We've made it to the final world line. The world line between the attractor fields. We've made it to Steins Gate. It's been a long journey. It's been a really amazing journey. Really the only complaints I could even have at this point. That some of the opening chapters are a bit drawn out. Way back when I was first going through them, I remember there were a lot of comments, a few comments complaining about that. Once the game picked up, the end of chapter 5, it really turned around. As we started essentially curving back around toward the space between the Alpha World Line and the Beta World Line. We literally made what could only be described as a big infinity loop. From the Beta World Line across to the Alpha World Line, and further away, we came around at the point where the Rounders attacked, pretty much. That's the point, the farthest into the Alpha World Line we got. That's the point where we started working to undo our choices and curve our way back toward the space between the Alpha and Beta World Lines. Even once we got back, after erasing Kurisu, even then, once we triggered all of our true ending flags, we started curving back around again. When we found out that we went a little bit into the future, met Beta Suzuha, looped back around to the past, then just sort of kept going 15 years into the future. it came together, despite my initial protests as far as why we needed to see it, and why we could only view the video file once we had seen the truth of that moment. As once we saw the truth of how Kurisu died, that pretty much set us on the world line that led to 2025, Okabe developing the time machine, developing the new D-mail format, and that's literally the timeline that he was sending the D-mail back to. If that makes sense. That doesn't really make sense, does it? Because you could still have gone through... I mean, I guess that... There's a point there where I'm still struggling. I'm willing to accept it at least, but there's a point there I'm still struggling. With the D-mail, it always came in the past on that given world line, and then that is what caused receiving the D-mail is what causes reading Steiner to activate and put us on a different world line and reconstruct the timeline around us once divergence takes place. But it only shows up on the world line that we send it on, and we're only on that world line once we see that we kill Kurisu accidentally in the past. But then again, that only happens once we see Kurisu die in the past and live for 15 years, create the time machine. So, future Okabe has to exist in order to set up the stable time loop, send himself a D-mail, and then hope that eventually one of these Okabes in the time loop releases the escapes from it and gets into that very specific divergence value, the timeline between attractor fields. It was something. Let me tell you that. It was certainly something. I'm still not sure I understand the specifics of the beta world line, but I think I get enough of it. In that there's sort of a stable time loop taking place. There is an Okabe that has to go 15 years into the future to create a time machine, to create the D-mail, which sends back to his past self, which sort of shows up on every world line. It happens no matter what. It's just on the Alpha world line, on the Beta world line, it just comes through as static. On the Alpha world line, it just comes through as a corrupted video file that we can't even open. It's only once we get through that, get back to the Beta world line, and then fulfill that condition, that in itself puts us on the world line we have to be on in order to actually receive that D-mail. That's my best understanding. That was good. And even in the end, once we make it to Steins Gate, everyone comes out a little better for it. Moeka finally gets a place where she can be around good people. Tennoji and Nai are good people, even if Tennoji is still FB, and Moeka is still around her, technically in his employ. They're still good people, just caught up by CERN. Does that mean CERN still exists in this timeline? In this world line? Whatever the case, that's not the point that CERN still exists. The point is that on one hand, CERN catching wind of the phone wave puts us on the path to one predetermined future, where CERN steals the phone wave and goes on to take control of time, while not doing that means we end up on a world line where we try to save Kurisu from dying. She still dies. Dr. Nakabachi runs off with her paper on time travel. It's saved from being destroyed due to Metal Upa being in it. And he goes on to start World War III. Those are the major events that both the alpha and beta attractor fields are bound to, pretty much. And yet we found what was prior to this a theoretical space between. That was the goal all along, to get to a world where our future was not predetermined. We could decide our own future. Where we don't have to live in fear of a predetermined deadline where our life is going to go to shit. We can just enjoy life. It's beautiful. Really, the only things I could say about this from a technical perspective is that there are certain points where the writing kind of drags on, gets kind of repetitive and wordy. But other than that, if we can get beyond that, this was a hell of a story. And a hell of a tale of time travel. And just really quite amazing. My other complaint is that Luca could have been treated a lot better in this story. Everyone else got really proper humanizing moments in character development. Lucas was really centered around his gender and just really could have been handled better. It's like, why couldn't we have actually dealt with Luca's insecurities by talking about his family and the problems there just as a part of the story? That's really my only complaint. It was a small chapter on the way down the Alpha World Line and on the way back. could have been handled a lot better, but other than that, I can't really say much other than this, in the end, was the choice of Steins Gate. I'm not going to play Steins Gate 0 immediately after this, just to clarify here. I'm not going to do that. I just kind of, like Undertale, I just kind of want to let this world line exist. And just let these guys be. Let them be happy. It's after everything we went through, this ending was undeniably happy. And the possibilities are undeniably endless. Who knows what's going to happen to these people in the future? I hope it's all good, though. If you stuck with me this long, thank you. I hope you appreciated this story. And also check out Visual Novel Book Club, because they're about to start covering Steins Gate. They'll probably do a better job of breaking down the story than I did. They'll probably just be better videos in general, but hope you enjoyed still. Thank you. And farewell. El Sai Kongroo.